I'll be teaching on the industrialization of seedling production for accelerated land restoration projects. The company is Aris Agro Industry, working on transforming African agriculture. We are based in Alantena town, which is 120 kilometer from the central city of Addis Ababa. So the problem we're trying to solve is there is no commercial seed bank facility. Climate change, poverty, and nutritional shortage, and no seeds and seedling resiliency production and measurement system before cost. That means after we spend the money, that we evaluate with the resiliency of our seedlings, quantifiability issue of seedling productions, weak synergy and integration between the government and the private sector that we are trying to solve also. Three seedlings have a high demand, but a low profit margin. So we are trying to create a business model that can fit into this problem. The problem of germinating only the easy plants by the nurseries, because the most difficult trees are not getting the attention of getting germinated. So that's we are trying to give a solution. Of course, our customers are the one is the Afri-100 initiative, which Ethiopia as a country has committed to restore 15 million hectares of land until 2030, which approximately on a 4 meter by 4 meter plantation. That means we are expecting close to 40 billion seedlings until 2030. The other customers are the NGOs who wants to give away buy and give to the local farmers and smallholder farmers, private farms, regional governments, local farmers and nurseries. When you say regional governments, especially in Ethiopia, the southern regional government, they have a naturally high plantation of fruits, so they know the economic value of the seedlings, so they are our major customers. This is the rural woman on the nurseries getting a training on the grafting. These are our tomato farms for a seed extraction of tomato seeds. So our traction is, until now, we have managed to produce 285,000 mango seedlings. Avocado seedling close to 110,000. Indigenous trees, we have produced 65,000 different types of indigenous trees. And dates, the date plant seedlings, well, the eastern part of Somalia region, we have managed to produce until now 45,000 seedlings. A total of 105,000 seedlings have been produced with this company. So the integrated solution for this one is industrializing of the production in order to keep the quality of seedlings in a closed facility. This will help us, one, on the selection of high-performing seedlings before transplanting it to the soil. Second, minimizing the time of filling soils into the seedling bags, because especially with when we talk about seedlings and plastic bags, the most time-taking and high labor intensive work is filling on the soil, on the seedling bags. If we could manage to automate that, that means our productivity and our initiative can be fulfilled on the right time. The third is increasing the production of seedling per square meter, which will increase our capacity almost around 50%. And the seedlings we produce can be quantifiable and quality seedling supply. That includes for the care centers, nursery centers. That means we can supply them with baby seedlings, so as they could just start not from seed, but from the baby seedlings, and they can raise their plants from that one. The last one is creation of seed bank, especially in the fruit. So we need to have a stock of these seedlings in order to have sustainable production of fruits seedling in the market. The business model is going to be of course, the project is going to be implemented here in Ethiopia as a pilot project, and with a high level of expandability to the rest of Africa. The marketing strategy will be serving both the governmental and the private nurseries. The government has a high initiative of 15 million commitment, and the private nurseries want to have an investment of fruit plantations. Our income source will be from the sales of high quality seedlings to our customers, and the technology we're going to use is automating our seedling production facility. The aggregated production charts looks like this one. It is more aggregated, but I just want to put on the two phases that in the seedling production, the major core components are the soil preparation and the seed and germination preparation. That's where I have tried to put it in two phases here: the soil mix and filling and sachet filling section, and the other one is the seed treatment, selection, and germination chamber, which after that we will have the opportunity to transplant the best quality ones only for the seedling purpose. We are expecting to have a facility that can produce 3,000 seedlings per hour, which will give us 6,336,000 seedlings per year. And our target customer distribution is, as we tried to state it before, 70% will be the government nurseries and farms that could initiate for the 15 million hectare plantation land restoration project, and 30% private nurseries and farms will be using also the indigenous trees, but mostly they will be focusing on the fruit tree plantation. The price range per seedling is for indigenous trees, it will be 18 cents in dollar per seedling. For fruit trees, it is $1, which will give us an average spend per seedling of 60 cents. So our projection
1 minute, 1 minute for sure.
Yeah. You were saying, Amanda?
1 minute, 1 minute. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So 37 will have a market capacity of the 37.5 billion seedlings, at least as we said, for the 15 million hectares of land. With 3,000 seedling capacity per hour, we'll have annual revenue of expected at 60% productivity rate, $2 million, which will have a 20% user increase rate every year. So we are raising $450,000 on the committed $250,000 on a Series A preferred shares. This will be dedicated for the machineries using sorting and packing machine, and customized seed germination and chamber machine buying. This is the team. That's me on the left, and my vice on the right, and the team, the management team on the farm in the middle. Thank you. And special heartfelt appreciation to Dr. Tolda Burhan. He's an Ethiopian scientist, Living and Livelihood Award 2000 for his exemplary work, and Champion of the Earth 2006. I recommend. He has done all the ecosystem restoration scientifically, and he has helped a lot, and thank you.
Thank you so much for this presentation. So I might want to see if anybody has questions. They can put them in the chat box or raise their hand. And I might go with a couple. I've got a lot of questions actually from this, so I'll just do a few. Some will be easy. Hold on, my cell phone is going off. I had to stop that. Yeah. So some of my comments are, I really liked your satellite image. I might suggest you put a little map of Ethiopia in the corner with a little star of where Addis is and where your farm is, just to complete the story of about where you are. I really love that. The image though really can show us it's in the middle of a farmland. Something I think that's also special about Ethiopia is on one of your slides, you talked about their commitment to reforesting land and getting more trees in the ground. I think in addition to a commitment, something that Ethiopia has that's special that you should talk about, I think, if you can get some statistics is, how many trees has Ethiopia planted in the past X number of years? Because it shows that the government is actually investing money into this. So I think that would be a good thing to show about the market demand that you're talking about. I appreciated the addition of your traction slide. I would want to see an additional slide that you go through really quickly talking about your revenue. So your year-on-year revenue for like the past 3 years or whenever you started, if it's 1 year or 2 year. So we do need to see that. And I'll just do one last question before I go further. Very interesting to see your pricing as $1 per fruit tree and 18 cents per indigenous tree. I wondered if you could share with us, how did you come up with that pricing? Is it because it's easier to grow an indigenous tree, or is it because people are willing to pay more for a fruit tree? How did you come up with the different pricing of 18 cents for indigenous and $1 for fruit tree? So Daniel, over to you.
Thank you, Amanda. Well noted, all the 3 points. I'll make sure I'll put it. Of course, when it comes to the fruit trees, we for all the pricings that we have, for all the price, we took a 20% margin. 20% margin. I came up with the 18 cents for indigenous trees because the major obstacle, the major cost that we have is the plastic bags, actually, not the seeds, not the soil, but the plastic bags. And the behavior of the market of indigenous trees, as we said, also with the initiative, the demand is very high, but the willingness of the market to pay is very less. So what we did? We narrowed down our prices to 20% and try to industrialize the production because the market is big, the demand is big. And because of that, we come up at a 20% margin. We came up with 18 cents. For the mangoes, for the fruit seedlings, the process is a bit different because there is a grafting process, the science, the extension that we use for grafting, we have to either outsource it or buy it, but the margin is still the same, 20%. That's how we came up with the price. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's see. I don't know if anybody puts any questions in the chat box or just someone does have a question about your next milestone. Let me see who that is. Abu Bakar. Thank you, Daniel, for the presentation. I want to know your milestones so far. You showed projections, but I'm not sure what milestones are associated with those projections. I don't know, Daniel, if you want to go to one of your slides to reference that question.
Sure, I can do that. The milestone until now is this one. As we said, we have managed to produce 285,000 mango seedlings, 110,000 avocado seedlings. Those two, as we said, are the grafted ones, not just simple plants. They start from seeds only, but they are grafted hybrid mango and avocado seedlings. Of course, the indigenous are 65,000, and the dates, as we said, for the desert part of Somalia, in eastern parts of Ethiopia, we have managed to produce 45,000 seedlings. Of course, if we industrialize it, we will have the capacity to increase 10 times, which is, we are talking about 6 million seedlings. Now we have managed only to produce 500,000 per year. So that is our milestone.
Oh, this is per year. Yeah. This is per year. Yeah. Exactly. So you probably want to put that on there, like in the year 2022 or something.
Okay.
Because people might think, oh, it could be for the past 5 years that you've had your business. So, you know, even you can, and this is cool because I love this slide because it talks about the different kinds of trees that you're working with, the economic trees, and then the fact that you have indigenous trees. And then maybe if you had a different slide, you could talk about how many seeds per year you've done, you know, like, so 2022, it looks like would be 500,000. Maybe, I'm not sure what year you started. So this is why it's good to have an additional slide so people can start to know about your business. So maybe in 2020, 2021, you have different seed amounts. And then you can also talk about your revenue in each of those years as well on your slide. Mhm.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I'll do that.
Fabiana, do you have any comments? Not sure if she's able to unmute herself, but we want to thank.
The question I'm seeing.
Hi. Sorry, go ahead. I put the translation of a couple of questions in French below them. I see one asking, what challenges did you face in selling trees?
Oh, that's good.
A bit more about your story. I don't know if we have time for that one, but maybe that's something good for networking later.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we should have people, if they want follow up, because we do have 2 more presentations and we're already almost at halftime. So I think actually, sorry, I think I'll have to stop the questions. So if people have questions, we're gonna have to get them early. But so I think that Daniel will have to say thank you. Maybe Daniel, you can answer some of the questions in the chat box as a response, so people can scroll up to see what some of your responses might be. And we're probably going to invite Rowan to join us this time. If Rowan can switch on your computer, switch on your camera, and pull up your slides. Rowan, are you there? Yep, looks like Rowan is getting into place. And if we can have Getete also be ready after Rowan, that would be great. So Rowan, you're pulling up your slides and everything. How's it going?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
All right. I want to share my slide, to share my screen. So something wrong with my internet, but I'm trying to share it right. I'm almost there.
It's coming. Let's see. Yep, it's coming. Yep. So now you can just select the full screen option. Yeah, it's full screen. We're at the end. So you can probably just scoot back to the first slide. I know it can sometimes take a few seconds to move everything around, but you can also try to use your arrow keys. I think those might work.
Right, I'm trying to do that. I don't have electricity at the moment, so I won't be showing my video.
Oh, that's fine.
Right,
Perfect.
so I'll be just sharing my screen.
Okay, so we need you to go. Is this the first slide or is this the last slide?
No, this one is the last one. I don't know how I got there.
Okay.
Something wrong with my internet. So
usually you should be able to use PowerPoint at this point to navigate to the first slide.
yes, I even rehearsed today several times, but it's because the electricity is gone. I'm in a dark place.
Do you have a cell phone with a flashlight?
Yeah, I have got it.
Okay, maybe use your flashlight, but we're going to need you to navigate back to your first slide. Try and share your screen again. That's another option.
Maybe I can exit and join again.
I don't even think you need to exit. Just try and share your screen again. I don't think you'll need to exit.
Okay, I'm here now.
You've been there, so just try to do this share screen again. And yep. If you want, just keep it like that because we don't want you to have problems. So I think you can go ahead and get started.
All right. As a social entrepreneur, I'm driven by the desire to balance the social injustice that we face as a community. Hence, as Mutenga Bamboo, our theme is protect the environment, grow the economy. Zimbabwe loses 330 hectares of natural forestry every year due to deforestation and land degradation. This is through resettlement, through indiscriminate cutting down of trees, through illegal mining and unsustainable agricultural practices. So I authored the Mutenga Renewable and Sustainable Bamboo Circular Economy concept with the view to mitigate these problems. And we'll be also mitigating against climate change. So we are restoring our forestry, we are protecting our biodiversity, we are industrializing our rural areas, and we are preserving our environment. Zimbabwe as a company, as a country, also pledged to restore 2 million hectares of forestry by 2030. And we are coming in as a private sector organization to make this a success. So we chose to do this through using the magic plant bamboo. Why bamboo? Because bamboo is an excellent carbon sequester. It regenerates and multiplies fast. It is easy to grow. It is naturally antibacterial. There is no much need for chemicals or fertilizers. Bamboo has got a greater tensile strength. It is a source of renewable energy, and it is used as a raw material for many products. So as Mutenga, how do we make our money? We are making our money to grow the economy through selling of bamboo seedlings, through selling of bamboo poles, through primary production where we are producing handicraft, through secondary production where we are engaging heavy equipment like producing toothpicks. When we started in 2021, we started in 2021, our company was valued at only 20,000. We jumped to 130,000 in 2022. We expect to end this year at $900,000. And in 2024, we expect to reach $6 million. We are capable of doing this because I've got a formidable team with me, in myself, Rowan Medai, social entrepreneur, and a social worker, a co-founder, the girl child, Leander Meda, who is also practicing social work. I've got also a very professional and enthusiastic team of professionals with me. We also have got the support of international organizations, continental organizations, and local organizations. Of note, we are supported by Secular Valley of Germany, where we participated in the Secular Valley Accelerator in 2021 and 2022. This year, we are participating in this Land Accelerator Africa program. When we went to the market in 2021, we were asking for 1.7 million US. We only managed to raise $60,000. From these $60,000, we managed to commission the first in the history of Zimbabwe, the first ever toothpicks manufacturing plant that we are utilizing at the moment. So we want to increase our production and marketing side, and we are asking for $80,000 at the moment, although we have other long-term requirements. We have letters of intent from 2 German companies, Loist International. They want our activated charcoal, so we want 130,000. Effort and Sons, they want our paper pulp, so we want 250,000 to commission this plant. in Zimbabwe, for the problem of electricity, we look forward also to building our own hybrid microgrid station for electricity
1 minute.
power generation.
1
Sorry?
minute, please. 1 minute, please. Oh, perfect.
All right. We also want to increase our raw material side, that is the plantation, and we are asking for 300,000. Thank you.
We really appreciate that presentation as well. It was very clear, concise, and I wonder if anybody has questions or comments right away, since I went first last time. I've got a bunch of questions of people about the variety of bamboo that you're planting. I've seen that come up many times, so you might want to include that in your deck. But in the meantime, would you like to answer that? Owen?
All right. In Zimbabwe, we have the local, the indigenous bamboo that grows in the Eastern Valley and the Northern Valley, which is our part. But for our plantation, we are going to mix with the exotic bamboo, which we find out that it is the one which is suitable for our plantation. Mostly here in Zimbabwe, we've got what we call the Bindura bamboo or the vulgaris bamboo.
Perfect. This would be a great addition. At least you can put it into the annex slides. So when people ask you about it, you have maybe some pictures, the names, if it's indigenous or not, and what it's good for. So maybe you have 3 or 4 bamboos like that. You can let people know. That's just an idea. Thanks, Rowan.
Right.
Let's see. How many plants of bamboo are you putting on 1 hectare? We have that coming from Yasmin Ajmeni.
On 1 hectare, we plant 500 plants of bamboo. On 1 acre, that is 200.
Okay, 500 plants per hectare or 200 per acre. Okay, that sounds really great. And now these questions, they might sound very detailed, but these get around your actual product. So, you know, maybe if we were businesses that were making shoes, you'll show a picture of the shoes and talk about how it's better for your feet. But the product is bamboo, so people want to know, how are you working on your land? And so some question that I had to follow up on that is, what kind of land are you planting on? What was the land like before and what is it like after? So that can lend itself to maybe a couple of pictures, like a before picture and after picture, and you talk about it. Yeah.
Well, am I sharing my screen at the moment?
Yes.
You see the top left there?
Yeah, looks like a lake.
That is a dam at my village. And that land, the other land, you can see it's degraded. So we are planting bamboo on the land between the dam and the mountain. Or this time we're not planting bamboo here because we're looking for authority to plant bamboo. So we were actually sourcing bamboo from outside of our village for the production. And our factory at the moment is based in Harare, because at the village we've got a problem with electricity. So we are producing from Harare, and we are buying bamboo from all over the country to our factory. And our bamboo plantation is still very small to sustain our production.
Yeah, to sustain the need, for sure. I see Chloe with a question. Chloe, would you like to unmute yourself and go for it?
Hi, Amanda, thank you.
Yes.
I wanted to ask around the water consumption of bamboo, because I know that some places in South Africa there's a ban on planting bamboo because it's a semi-arid country, and bamboo is can be very water intensive drinking plant. So I just wanted to, I'm just curious around is it sustainable on a waterfront, and what is the conditions of Zim? Is it a more moist country that's not really a concern?
From my research, bamboo doesn't need a lot of water compared to, like in Zimbabwe, usually compared to eucalyptus, the gum trees. The gum trees are the ones which need a lot of water, but bamboo doesn't need a lot of water. You only need to irrigate it for the first 3 to 5 years. Thereafter, you can rely on the natural rain. So
Okay, interesting. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And in Zimbabwe, we already have bamboo growing in the forest. It was growing without anyone taking care of it. And we are coming in with a sustainable management plan for such bamboo and the bamboo that will grow. If we grow bamboo at individual level, village level, or our district level, we'll be actually helping with land to fight deforestation. How? Because people are cutting down trees indiscriminately. They don't have the source of energy. Here in Zimbabwe, we've got the problem of electricity. We have got the problem. Also, the gas is a bit expensive, like $2 per kg. So with the bamboo, we are coming in with a sustainable source of energy that can be adopted at any level. So water, bamboo actually, it keeps a lot of water in its stems.
Okay, amazing.
Than even usually I compare with eucalyptus, because I don't compare with the natural trees. We are trying to save the natural trees because they've got their own system that we want the system to remain undisturbed. So we want people to focus on a sustainable plant and leave our natural forest.
I think that we need to, I think it's a good answer, but I have to cut it because we need to do our last presentation. But this is an amazing question. I'm seeing it, Benjamin putting some more further conversation in the chat box, which people are welcome to do as well. Some species require more than others. So it's very, very interesting. But I think the main point is we really appreciate this presentation, Rowan. We really appreciate the work that you're doing. And we hope to hear more about you in the future as well. And I think that your growth was really amazing. So we'd love to hear a little bit more about that next time. So congratulations, Rowan. And I might ask Gatete to come forward at this time. And also for the people who are joining to Restore Forward, we have our database of entrepreneurs there. So if you missed the contact information, actually Rowan and everybody who's presenting can put your contact information in the chat box, but you can also find everybody's contact information on our Restore Forward at the directory that we have. So Gatete, are you able to unmute yourself and share your screen? Is he still there? See if he might have dropped. No, Gilbert Gatete, see you there. We're going to give you a few seconds to hopefully start to unmute and share your screen. If it doesn't happen in the next couple of seconds, then okay, it's working. We're happening. Yep.
Hello, everyone.
Yep. Hello.
Hello. Yes, Amanda.
Can
So
you
I
please-
saw you next Thursday.
Oh, you told me next Thursday. Oh, I'm so sorry about that.
Yes, not today.
Oh, whoops. Okay, great. So I didn't take that down. I have Esther.
Okay.
Esther, were you for next Thursday as well?
Oh, sorry.
I'll mute you now, Gilbert. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Yes, next Thursday for me as
Okay,
well.
perfect. So our lineup for next Thursday is good. Gilbert Gatete, Esther Mareka, and I also have Abdul de Almeida. So we've got roster for next week. Well, I think the great thing that means is that we can get ready to go into networking now. So we've actually pre-put you into breakout rooms. So we'll launch the breakout rooms in a second. When we launch the breakout rooms, there's no leader per se in the room. So we would need we would need you guys to act proactively and either select a leader who just kind of helps move people along, or just do that yourself. You know, when you're in the room, you can decide on yourselves, hey, you know what, I'll go first. I'd love to share my slides with you. I'd love to share my what do you call this, website with you. I'd love to share my business with you. So we've got about 15 minutes. We'll do this until the end of the hour. Then we'll bring people back together and maybe we can get some feedback about how it went, because we do want to do networking next week as well. So I might pass the mic to Fabiana for any other points before we go to breakout rooms.
Great, thank you. All right, I have assigned everyone to a breakout room based on your language preference. So you'll either be in an English or a French speaking room. If you join and you realize everyone's speaking a language you don't understand, just leave the room and I'll reassign you to the correct language. I've done my best to put everyone in the correct one. So in a moment, I'm going to open the breakout rooms. You should see a pop-up on your screen saying, you know, join breakout room 1 or whatever it is, say join, press that join. After about 2 minutes, if you haven't joined a room, I'm going to reassign you. So do try to see that pop up on your screen and join the breakout room. All right. So I am pressing it now. Everyone enjoy your time in the breakout rooms.
Yeah, let's go get started with networking. Awesome. So as people are joining the breakout rooms, we will see fewer and fewer people in this main room, and that's how you know it is working. Very exciting to see people going. And again, this is the opportunity to get to share about your company, learn from others' companies, and you might use your slides in order to share, or you might use your website or a social media site that you have. So 15 minutes to take turns getting to know other people. And that's the pure point of this breakout room. Well, great so far. We've only got about 20 people, 22 people here in the room still. So everybody else has joined a breakout room. If you're still here, please look for the join button. It should be a pop-up. If you're having trouble at this point, you can feel free to message us in the chat box and let us know. So Fabian and I are going to be watching the chat box. So far, we're down to 21 people in this room. Of course, 4 of us are me, Joelle, Patrick, and Fabiana. So most people have been able to join the breakout room at this point. It's pretty exciting. I know 15 minutes isn't not a lot of time, but we hope that people will appreciate the time, and we'll see if we can get more efficient next time. So far, nobody's contacting us in the chat room, in the chat box. Again, if you're having trouble joining, please let us know in the chat box and we will help you out. Probably at this point, Fabiana might be reassigning some people who haven't joined.
Yep, I'm working on that. Amanda, I'm gonna assign you into English 3. Someone asked for help in there. There's an ask for help function. So if you want to check that out and then come back out.
Sounds great. I'll join it. I'll just hit the join button myself. It's easy.
Okay, perfect.
Hello, everybody. This is English room number 3. I think people were asking for some help. I think the first thing to do is to unmute yourselves and get started. So did somebody have a specific question that I can help with? Guys, so I'm going to get you guys to unmute. And you can start video if you're able to. It's a very small room. It looks like somebody might have had a hard time with the connection. Acho, how are you doing?
Allô?
Hi, Acho, how are you doing?
Au fait, je n'arrive pas à intégrer une salle.
Doing fine? Perfect. And where are you from?
Je n'arrive pas à intégrer une salle en français.
Ah, vous parlez français? Attends, vous
Oui,
pouvez...
je veux intégrer une salle en français.
You should leave the room. I'm going to write it in the chat box, okay? Translate OK? En moment, j'écris que je ne parle pas le français, pas, mais je veux écrire. OK?
D'accord, d'accord. Merci.
Un moment.
D'accord.
OK? Cherchez le chat. Cherchez le chat. Et allons-y.
D'accord, c'est bien
OK.
noté.
Sautez de la
Ok.
chambre et demandez à Fabienne de vous envoyer dans la chambre française. Et Barata, si vous parlez français, vous pouvez faire la même chose.
Pardon. Bonsoir, ma belle. Excuse-moi, pardon. Je veux que mon frère aille pomper sur le terrain. Là. Je veux prendre un bidon rempli de 25 litres. Il va mettre à mon tour. Je peux coucher. Je suis arrivée matin là, mais tout à l'heure, si on te fait pour lit, quand elle finit, elle est partie à Abidjan.
Ok.
Non, mon frère, il est parti. Chez moi. Non, j'ai dit à 11 jours de te dire. Quand je suis partie à l'hôpital, on dit que
Okay. Joseph, are you there? Hello, Joseph? Joseph, I'm not able to hear you if you're speaking. Hello, Joseph. I can put you to another room with more people. So why don't we try and do that? Okay. I'm going to assign you to another room that has more people. Okay, great. Hello, Fabiana, I'm back. So one of the people was actually French speaker, so I moved her to another room. I'll see if it works out. Did you see any other rooms I could visit, or I can just try and pick one and see how it's going?
Yeah, you can go ahead and hop through as you would like. Do you want to stop your recording?
Oh,
I figured. Great.